What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. Y'all, we lost a real one. Party City is going out of business. They're closing down all of their stores after nearly 40 years in business. CEO Barry Litwin told corporate employees Friday in a meeting that Party City is quote unquote winding down their operations immediately and that today will be their last day of employment. Staff were told that they would not receive severance pay and that they were told their benefits would end as the company goes out of business. This is, without question, the most difficult message I've ever had to deliver, he held on a video conference call. Party City's very best efforts have not been enough to overcome its financial challenges, resulting in the company's collapse. Litwin said that the company struggled to contend with inflation, which sent the company's costs higher and dragged down consumer spending. He said it's really important for you to know that we've done everything possible we could to try to avoid this outcome. Unfortunately, it's necessary the commerce will wind down process immediately. Also on Friday, some of the Party City store employees received letters that the company will close down its stores on February 28th, at which point the staff would be terminated. Although Party City believes that these closings are in the best interest of the company, we regret that we have had to take this step and we thank you for your valued contributions and service to the company. The New Jersey, I'm telling you, boy, the New Jersey City or based company announced Litwin as its new CEO just 4 months ago. In a LinkedIn post, he wrote when he was hired that he said his company's main priority is to strengthen our financial health and that there is work ahead of us. Party City exited bankruptcy a month after Litwin's arrival. It had declared bankruptcy in January 2023. The company struggled to pay off its $1.7 billion debt, and it was able to cancel nearly $1 billion in debt by going bankrupt. It also managed to keep most of its more than 800 stores open, although it closed more than 80 locations between the end of 2022 to August 2024, according to its most recent financial documents. But it still had more than $800 million in debt to overcome, which strained earnings this year. The news of the company's impending collapse began to trickle out among the company's corporate staff over the last couple of weeks. Party City's product development team was also recalled 2 weeks ago from its yearly trip with vendors and told to go home immediately, according to the former Party City corporate office employee who wished to remain anonymous because they were not authorized to speak to the media. Why would they have to be authorized unless they sign like a DNA? They're not already getting severance. That's crazy. This team was told that the company believed the trip posed a safety risk because Party City had stopped paying its suppliers. That is not funny. I'm so sorry, but how are you just gonna go out and have trips and you're not paying your suppliers? Is is Party City run by Peter Thomas too, along with Litwig? Listen, y'all better take note. Okay, people are not playing with these CEOs. Okay, out here in these streets. One just got. I'm not even talking about Luigi, how he handled Brian Thompson. I'm talking about it's another one in Michigan that an employee attacked their CEO. Y'all better be moving carefully and start treating these employees right. All corporate employees were sent home on December 10th. Security at corporate headquarters locked the doors. Wow, I guess they are taking precautions. They locked the doors to the front entrance. In an email sent to the staff on December 11th, the company's security team told employees they need to provide 1 day heads up to gain access to the building. And as they were instructed, do not allow anyone to tailgate when entering the building to avoid letting people in the door who did not have badge access. On the internal Microsoft Teams chart or chats, shared with CNN, Employees Thursday expressed fury at the lack of communication as news spread of the recalled product development staff. Others had learned that notifications were sent out to store managers that all Party City's location doors would be shut in February. Employees were caught off guard because management hadn't mentioned any potential financial trouble at recent town hall meetings. The employee said the management had expressed optimism about Party City's overall business. On the call with staff on Friday, Litwick apologized for the lack of communication. He said, "We recognize that the flow of communication has not always been how we typically handle sensitive matters like this." Now, how would he know typical when he's only been there 4 months? Like, stop playing in these people's faces. Detailing corporate employees' benefits and severance, Party City's Chief Human Resources Officer, Karen McGowan, broke down in tears several times on the short video conference call. "I know it's certainly a lot to take in." And then she teared up. She said, "My apologies." Well, baby girl, I mean, your apologies ain't gonna help pay the rent. So they need to give these people something. I, my goodness. Party City is the largest party supply store in the United States. The company had approximately 6,400 full time and 10,100 part time workers as of 2021. The company, which sells balloons, Halloween costumes, and other party goods, has stumbled in the face of growing competition from e commerce sites and pop up concepts like Spirit Halloween. Competition from big box realtors like Amazon, Walmart, Costco, and others also have crashed and crushed smaller chains. It also had to contend with rising costs due to the pandemic and the helium storage shortage. I'm sorry, it's late, you guys. It's like 11 here, which has hurt its crucial balloon business. The chain grows. Um, They have a growing list of retailer bankruptcies this year as customers cut back on discretionary spending amid the rising cost of living. Notably, Big Lots announced Thursday that it was starting its going out of business sales at all of its locations after a plan for a private equity firm to rescue the bankruptcy retailer failed. Major chains are on the track to close the highest number of stores in 2024 than any year since 2020. My goodness, 2024 has been on our necks from the beginning to we're not even done yet. But now they're getting rid of all the Party City stores. I'm gonna make a separate video about Big Lots because I went to Big Lots way more than I ever did at Party City, especially when I was a kid. Shout out to Big Lots, okay? That was the place to be. My grandmother and my mom loved Big Lots, okay? Especially like in the 80s, 90s. Loved Big Lots. RIP to Big Lots and Party City. Now, here's the thing. They should have told them the lack of communication, especially from, HR, and her tearing up on a video conference call does nothing but try to alleviate herself of the guilt that she has for not doing her job properly. You're the chief human resources officer. It's your job. Well, I know human resources essentially protects the company's interests and not the employees, but you are also an employee yourself. You would think that you would, want to at least let people know, send out some type of memo to let them know that you need to start preparing for the possibility of us closing. I know you don't want a huge walkout and you want to try to squeeze as much labor from your employees that are already probably, being exploited, um, to, get every last drop of labor extraction from them that you can. But I mean, I'm just like, man, just to tell them they're not getting any severance, anything, they're just being let go, and then all the stores are going to close February 28th. Like, that is horrible. People have family. This right before Christmas. I'm telling you, I can understand now why a lot of these CEOs are shook. Because if this is the way that they're going to do business and if this is the way they're going to treat their people, because I'm sure that this CEO of Party City, and his shareholders, they're going to be fine financially. I'm sure he's going to get some kind of golden parachute and, ride off into the sunset while the rest of the full time workers and the part time workers, they don't even have, basic, severance. Just a minimum, was it two paychecks, I think is a minimum severance typical. I'm like, my goodness, they didn't give these people any type of warning or anything. That is just so unethical. And see, and it's like when you do people like that, there's no wonder that people are out here just snapping. Yeah, the cost of living and inflation absolutely has gone through the roof. And unfortunately, the majority of the country just voted in someone who is, beholden to Elon Musk, this billionaire, who's telling our country he's not even from here. He doesn't even go here. Like they said, the Mean Girls. Like my goodness, this man came from South Africa to wreck shop. He's already wrecked Twitter, and so now, he's saying that there's going to be temporary financial hardship, not for you, not for your family, you know what I mean, and not for Trump and the rest of his flunkies. But I'm just like, this is ridiculous. RIP to Party City, man. I feel like a lot of brick and mortar stores are starting to go under. Big Lots is just the next one on the list, but it's giving Blockbuster. Like Netflix originally went to Blockbuster and they were trying to buy them out, and Blockbuster laughed at Netflix. They were so arrogant, and and they said no, Blockbuster wasn't going anywhere, and they was talking big cash money. And we see what happened with Blockbuster. I think there's there's one store left, and that's purely for nostalgia, somewhere in like Seattle or something. But no, Netflix is reigning king right now. Although Netflix, people are gunning for you as well, because they started out saying that, love was sharing a password. Come to find out, a couple years later now they're Xing all the password sharing, and they're raising the prices, every quarter. It feels like these spending costs are getting out of control. I don't know what's going to have to give, but listen, some has got to give. This is ridiculous. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know, Party Cities no more. I'm gonna do another video probably tomorrow about Big Lots. RIP. RIP, man, to the whole department stores. I feel like that's, an end of an era. I know in my hometown they're getting rid of one of the, early malls. And I remember spending a lot of my, just teen years, just, developmental years, going out to the mall, watching movies, playing in the arcade, eating pizza, you know. And I feel like they don't even have those things for kids nowadays. Like, what do kids nowadays go do? Like, do they even have skating rinks open anymore? Or I don't know. It's crazy. I feel like our whole national culture is changing, and not for the better. But you guys, let me know your thoughts. RIP Party City. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, aces. Bye.